All right, I'm going to welcome everyone in. If you're watching the replay of this, we are going live here, and I give everyone a few minutes to hop in before we get into all the stuff. I think I've missed like the last 5 days, and there's been a lot of breaking news. You guys know life's been crazy right now. So I want to do a live stream, kind of recap the last few days of all the action that is going on. So give everyone a few minutes here to hop in. All right. Hey, welcome in, Robert, Dame. Can everybody comment on the audio and video? Does it look good? Sound good? Let me. Whoa, they really YouTube here on the live thing, man. They really changed. Check that out. How big the emojis are now. Let's go. I like that. They make the emojis like really big, super huge emojis right there now. I like that. It stands out. Your emojis really stick out. Okay. So for anyone coming in, this is the breaking news was from all this past week stuff. There was a lot going on. I don't have those videos on my channel. So this is me basically doing a recap of kind of like this past week, that everything I have missed, but I want to give a shout out to all the other social media people that's been covering it. So from Alley Trading Secrets been grinding every day. Bird Lady's been putting out videos. Uncle Smokey, Tony Market Moves, and then we got our people on Twitter just putting it down. Busy Brands, Anna, Drew, William P. Farron. Probably missing other people out there too, but there's a lot of people out there still active. All the people that you see that we share their Junk Savvy, Rare DD, we share these people's post here to kind of give a quick summary. So here I am coming in to cover the last 5 days, I think, since my last YouTube video. So this is a summary of the breaking news from those 5 days. So if you don't want to stay here for that, there's no additional breaking news than what you've already heard. But it's breaking news from my channel, at least. Let's put it that way. All right, so we got a good bit of people in here. Thank you all for joining. Let's get here to it, and then we're going to take some questions after we go through everything here. Let me just make sure everything is good. Yes, everything is good. I see a lot of people commenting the audio and video is good, so we are good to start. I'm just going to do a quick little rundown the stuff that I see, and then we'll take the questions. All right, there we go. All right, so first, we always start with Rare DD. I like starting this out because it keeps us in mind here, guys. 234 days. Hey, Jenny, welcome in. Actually, let me shout out people here. Jenny, one of the moderators in the chat. We got Steve, Justin, Roy, Gabe, Robert, John, Greg, Justin, Facial, Enir, thank you all for boots on the ground. All right, 234 days, guys, that the MMTLP U3 halt. FinRat just released the blue sheets. It's been out there. Let's see what Rare DD has to say today. So Goldman Sachs has been working a relationship with GTS Securities, and they have strategic partnership with Apex Clearing. Could this mean they were lending MMTLP shares from brokerages like Webull and Robinhood that use Apex Clearing? Interesting. And he always puts the bar here. All right. Jose, welcome in. MS, Ashton, J-Dog, welcome in. Vamos, Terry. All right. Let's get going here. So the breaking news, this was posted back July 26th. Junk Savvy here said, breaking news, NextBridge Hydrocarbons to issue a distribution of common stock of a future subsidiary. To be eligible for the subscription rights, a stockholder must have shares of NBH common stock registered with the company's transfer agent as of the record date and maintain such registration for a period of 180 days thereafter the holding period. Each subscription right will entitle its holder to receive NBH 1 share of Newco common stock. NewCo, once formed, will be the owner up to 10% back in working interest option for the Oro Grande prospect. Exercisable following the point in which time the proceeds of all production from operations conducted on the Oro Grande prospect, exclusive royalty, overriding royalty taxes chargeable to the working interest, equals the actual costs incurred by MBH and its predecessors' drilling, testing, equipment, and the cost of operating wells located on the prospect. All right. Steve says he just sent 15,000 shares of MMTLP to AST, and he still has 5K shares in account in TDA. Nice. That's kind of where I am leaning at, Steve. I've had people message me and be like, Terry, what are you doing? What are you doing? And right now I haven't made any decision. I have not. I still got all my shares in Fidelity as of today, and I still got all my shares in TradeStation. I have not even called either of those brokerages to even see about transferring over to AST. I've not made up my mind yet of what I want to do. And just life's been busy. That's the thing, man. That's why I haven't been doing YouTube videos. This is the busiest time of year for me. The busiest time for me is like July here and early August. So it's been really tough. Work's been crazy, man. It has been crazy. So that's why I'm glad I saw the other YouTubers stepping up during a busy time of my life. Plus, still trying to have time for yourself during this crazy time. All right, so Rare DD, if that's a little confusing for you, here it is, AI projected BARD. Expert Hydrocarbons plan to distribute in non-transferable subscription rights to common stockholders. The subscription rights will entitle stockholders to receive shares of common stock and new subsidiary of MBH formed in the future, NewCo. NewCo will own up to 10% back in working interest options for the Oro Grande prospect and up to 100% of the interest currently held by MPC and the Bronco prospect. To be eligible for the subscription, rights stockholders must have shares of MBH common stock registered with the company's transfer agent as of the record date and maintain such registration for a period of 180 days thereafter. The subscription rights will expire if they are not exercised by a certain date. The rights offering is subject to satisfactory waiver, certain conditions that and MBH has the right to withdraw and cancel the rights offering. Mr. McCabe, the chairman of the board of directors of MBH, beneficially owns approximately 27.8% of the outstanding common stock of MBH. Mr. McCabe and MPC will contribute the back-end interest in the Bronco prospect, such contributed portion of the Bronco assets, in proportion to the percentage of shares of common stock of MBH that are directly registered in the name of the beneficial owner with the company's transfer agent on the record date. I hope this summary is helpful. So there, I think it's pretty helpful. That summary there is actually really good, actually. I think that's a really great summary. So that's why I wanted to highlight that there. Now, I did want to touch base on this. This was very interesting. This person here at Rowena, here on Twitter today, did post. This is intriguing. StockTwits. Now, guys, this price on StockTwits really shouldn't have changed since the halt on December 9th. It should be the $2.90 that it's been sitting there. But this individual has been able to get this screenshot of a glitch possibly that happened on StockTwits. Here you can see at 312 at $62.70. So there's been a lot of rumors flying around that it's a glitch. Is it trading in the gray market? What is going on? I don't know. We don't know. Could this be something? Could this be something brokers are kind of doing and then maybe it happened? We had this happen before. I think it was a Canadian brokerage and it was showing $120 some a share. So I just wanted to draw it to your attention that this did go out there. Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. Take this with a grain of salt for what it is. I just wanted to share that this was floating around there. I can neither confirm or deny this because I'm just sharing someone else's what they saw here at 3 p.m. today. All right, let's see some of the comments down here. Yeah, because other people here posted screenshots and it shows the $2.90. So I'm not sure. All right, let's keep going forward here. Now, this here was I mean, the Nextbridge hydrocarbons news was fantastic. That was great, and I really do want to get some shares over there. But this here, I don't know. Do I think this letter can possibly change something? I don't know. I do think our chances of ever trading again is very slim. I really do believe that. I don't know. I mean, after that whole the letter there with Nextbridge hydrocarbons, where Greg McCabe and them tried to get it to trade, and maybe we'll go back and read that letter. Which, if you've watched other people's videos, you know what the letter says. But I just wanted to put it out there that, you know, we're acknowledging here on the channel. All right, here we go. So, Busy Brands here shared breaking news: congressional letter sent to Gary Gensler and the SEC. And here is the letter, which this letter is beautiful and fantastic. It's exactly what we want to see. And it was really nice that Mr. Charles Payne shared it himself. He said, "This is huge. Congress is waking up to another injustice towards retail investors. MMTLP fiasco." So thank you, Charles Payne. Junk Savvy here says, breaking news. The Financial Committee released letter to Gary Gensler and SEC demanding review of the MMTLP fiasco. 15 congressmen's signatures. Deadline for the response is August 11th, 2023. So today is July 31st, and Mr. Gensler has till August 11th. So we will see if we get any kind of response on that. So this is pretty exciting, man. This is like, a lot of stuff happens, and it sucks I couldn't be out here to update you all daily on it, but that's why we're doing a quick recap of everything here now. Tony here had this tweet out I wanted to share as well. He posted this out just a little bit ago, actually. Oh, sorry, it was yesterday. It says, FYI, in case it's not obvious to everyone, if Nextbridge Hydrocarbons starts using Bronco resources to start pumping oil in the Oro Grande project, the intrinsic value of the Oro Grande changes significantly to the upside. Now, this gentleman here, MMTLP NBH, says, please provide the action plan's timeline of Bronco. So Tony here puts the receipts down here. It says, I only read the S1, and it was obvious to me. That is what the Bronco is for. That's all I know. Here's some of the highlighted parts that Tony has. He has here in the red. Box is not blocking it, so that's great. He says, we believe that the Bronco prospect exposes the company to a large upside drilling deal. Very interesting. Says, present value discounted at an annual rate of 10%, reserve potential of 242 BCF of natural gas and 12 million BBL of oil. The proceeds of all production from operations conducted on the Bronco prospect. So there you go. And here he says, indicates to me they plan to go to production on this first one. The second one here means a plan for production and production analysis to derive a present value and future production using a discount rate has been performed already. And this here indicates to me they plan to go into production. So I want to see you stand up and shake. What does that mean? Everybody about the shaking. Or yeah, what is the shaking thing? What is, am I missing something? What's the shaking thing? I have no idea what that's about. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to highlight that there in this live stream as well. About the Tony's thoughts and opinions here. And definitely this one here is shaping up really nice as well for us. Walter Bloomberg here says, WTI oil is up 15% in July. At $81.42, would be the largest one-month gain since January 2022's 17% rise. And guys, this is exactly what we want to see. The oil prices are going up. Shake what you, I must be missing something with the shaking. I don't know. I'm usually up to date with what's going on. Like, oh, the Ric Flair. Oh my God. The Ric Flair and the Mad Dog will come out once we get paid, guys. I mean, we were hoping to do Vegas this summer. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't see any kind of, especially after McCabe and them came out and said that They did their best to try to get this to trade, and they were unable to do that. And I think it was, where was that at? I know I have it here on my Twitter. Terry's a better dancer than Paul T. I don't know about that, man. I'm actually not a dancer. Oh, that's for sure. I'm definitely not a dancer. Paul T has some smooth moves. I can't touch those, man. I have no rhythm when it comes to that. The Ric Flair strut, maybe a little bit. I'm still not near as good as what Ric Flair is with it. Yeah, and we had all this back and forth here. Fenris shares the correspondence. The back and forth here. Yeah, and these were all emails as well. There was so much here. I just wanted to focus on the original NextBridge release. All right. Let me go back here to, I retweeted the NextBridge. I know it's back here. It ain't too much farther. There it is. The NextBridge press release. There we go. That's a very good point. Hoboken Sal says, everyone should keep in mind that there's no rush to transfer shares. There's no date on the proposed S1. I myself am going to sit back and play it by ear. Too much moving too quickly. I agree. That's a very good point. And like I said, I have not even contacted Fidelity or TradeStation about even inquiring about transferring my shares, because there usually has to be dates set in place. There's no official dates. I haven't seen official dates of saying you must be an AST by this date or anything like that. So I think it does have to be approved at first. So we'll go from there. So I'm not in any rush myself. But I do like what Greg McCabe is offering. I'm not going to lie. I do like that they're giving a little additional bonus there. Tony had a beautiful video talking about how much additional value he thinks that could add to the NextBridge shares and the Ore Grande project. So it is very enticing to want to get there. I understand why it wants to be done. But with this, congressional letter here coming out, there is a chance. There is a small chance, man. I think, was it Mr. Mark Basile said 5%? I think he's probably right. It probably is about a 5% chance. And as in the Dumb and Dumber movie, so you're saying we got a chance. Yes, there is a small chance. Maybe it's a 1% chance that we trade, but that letter bumps us up to a 5% chance. So here was the actual NextBridge Hydrocarbons announced filing registration, Forms S1, to benefit existing shareholders that register with the company's transfer agent. Now, as I read this here, and please, anyone in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. It does say in order of the NextBridge common stock. Where was it at here? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, so right here is the key. That's what I want to touch base on. This is, I think maybe people are not getting this part. All right. Now, we're going to go over this. And like I said, please, y'all keep it real with me and correct me if I'm wrong. It says the non-transferable subscription rights are only being distributed to the eligible stockholders of NextBridge. In order to be an eligible stockholder to receive the subscription rights, holders must register the NextBridge common stock directly with the company's transfer agent, the American Stock Transfer and Trust Company, AST. at or prior to the close of the business on the 60th day after the Form S-1 filed with the SEC becomes effective, the record date. There is no record date right now, guys. There is no record date. So there is no rush. There's no rush to go to AST. I mean, because it says right here. Once it becomes, so Form S-1 filed with the SEC becomes effective at the prior, at or prior. This is the key one right there. At or the prior to the close of the 60th day after the Form S-1 filed with SEC becomes effective, the record date. There is no S1, SEC has not made this effective. There is no record date. I think there'll be another press release once this becomes effective, when they approve it, and there'll be an official record date that you must be in AST at that time. So that, or maybe even start having your broker doing the process. Maybe that's how it'll work. I'm not really sure. But I wouldn't play around with it once if you do want to transfer. I think you do have a little bit of time. Like I said, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. But if I'm reading this correctly and taking this for, what I'm saying, there is no rush at this time to go to AST. But if you want to, please go ahead. And trust me, I kind of want to. But they don't have the official date yet. So I think I'm going to hold out. I'm going to hold out myself and wait and see. We got this August 11th date coming up, and see what Mr. Gary Gensler has to say on that. I know it's probably going to be some BS response that he's going to give, but there's no record date yet, so we're not in any rush to go to AST. Anything could happen. There could be a small glimmer of hope, and then there's probably not. But until the record date's out, then I'll make a decision. I probably will transfer over once the record date is out. But until then, I'm just going to hold him into brokerage. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold him in the brokerage until I see an official record date that, then I'll contact him and probably have to pay the Fidelity $100. That's what they're charging people, and I'm not looking forward to that because we shouldn't have to pay anything to transfer our shares. TradeStation, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what TradeStation charges. I haven't contacted TradeStation, and I couldn't tell you how long. My shares are still sitting in TradeStation. Hey, William, welcome in, buddy. Yes, so anyone joining in, thank you, Jenny, down there. This live stream is the update of the last 5 days of last week, I guess you could say, of the next bridge, the congressional updates and all that. This is the last 5 days of updates, last weekly updates. My last video was focused on the Wells notice. I haven't had anything since the Wells notice. So this video is from the Wells notice and forward. So as you can see here, I think it was my first, so we're going from the 26 up. Anything from the 26 and up. That's exactly where we were going with that. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to hold out and wait. I'm not doing anything yet. But, do what you want. That's just, everyone's asking, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right now, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to wait till this baby becomes effective and we get a record date. Then I will do something. I'll, of course, come out and do a video live stream and let y'all know. All right. Let's see here. Hoboken South says, legally the placeholders, CUSA holders are guaranteed that when we get paid to purchase shares, the broker purchased those shares. It's legal contract. Yes, that is true. So, like I said, right now, the only thing is, well, if you don't want to transfer it all and you want to hold it in your brokerage account, the broker's still going to be responsible to pay you any kind of royalties, dividends, or anything like that happens. But you just won't get that extra bonus, the extra bonus of the Nuco shares in the Bronco project. You won't get any of that. You won't get any of those subscription rights. That's the big thing there. You won't get the the additional 10% in the Oro Grande. So, you know, if you say get a $50 dividend and you don't get that 10%, other people may get $55, but you're going to get 50. So take that for what it is. Your broker is still going to be responsible to pay you whatever the dividend is or whatever that's going to be, however that works out. Whether it's shares of a new company, say Exxon buys it, just throwing it out there. What if Exxon buys it? They're going to be required to give you so many shares per your CUSIP holder of ExxonMobil. But if you're in AST, you're going to get that additional 10% plus all the additional stuff. That's a pretty good recap, I think, in like 25 minutes, I must say. That's a really good recap. All right, let's go down to some questions. I think we'll do 10 or 15 minutes of questions, just talk. Don't have to be about MMTLP, so we can talk about anything. Let's see here. Legally, yeah, we know they have. They've broken so many rules there, Rob. It is the rules. This is why I still I'm put that out there. I still have not since December 9th, 2022, since the morning of the U3 halt, I have not invested a single penny into the stock market. I have not. Now I guess I am kind of wrong on that. I do it through my job. They have a 401k. I know the stock market, that affects that, but that's through a job. But I think I'm meaning more like doing it myself. I haven't invested it myself of like, through a brokerage myself. I give it to my job. They put in a 401k. That is something that I do believe that Wall Street will always protect, because if that falls, the whole economy goes. But I think they will always rip off the meme stocks, as you would say, the retail investor stocks that I like. It's just it's a fighting battle. It really is. And I just, until this gets resolved and made whole, I will not invest any more into the stock market on my own. I will through my job, yes. I will do that. I will do it through my job. So I guess I should clear that up. That's how I invest currently right now. I do invest through my job. We got a pension. We got a 401k. So really good there. Also do Series I bonds. Those are Series I bonds. Those are guaranteed money. You'll never lose. They're government backed. You get guaranteed percent on your money. It's a no-brainer to put them in those. You can do up to so much. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I've been actually using the money to recent money. I haven't been investing in the market. Like I said, buying the I bonds, putting a little bit more in through my job, and enjoying life. That's kind of what we've been doing. Well, you all know I had the plumbing. Right now we're still kind of going through kitchen renovations. So things are kind of expensive. So it's kind of a good thing we're not in the market right now, because I'd be putting money in the market and I'd be just losing that money anyway. So at least the money I do have is going into the house and vacations and enjoyment. So that is kind of nice that it's going that way. All right. Rondell says you should be able to manage your 401k investments. Yes. So I'm in kind of, I will be retiring around the 2040 range. So I still got a little bit to go. Actually, at my job, I still got about 18, a little over 18 years to go. I want to get 20 years in at my new job here. I want to get 20 years in. It'd be a good pension. They pay a lot of your insurance for when you're retired, which is really helpful. So that'd be very beneficial. My goal is to get 20 years there. So I still got about 18 years or so, a little over 18 years to put in this job. So I'm looking to retire around the 2040 range, 2040, 2041. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Or is that also I call it that? Oh, Jenny, Terry, your life sounds a lot better than mine. Oh, come on, man. No, we're all going to be good from this, man. Trust me, it's just been trust me, man, life's been tough, man. I showed you all the pictures of the kitchen, man. It's still it is you just wouldn't believe what's there now. Yeah. We still currently don't have a kitchen, I guess you would say kitchen sink and all that. That whole piece is ripped out. It's getting redone. Gentleman's working on that now. So Jenny wants to go. Yeah, I know, man. Absolutely. We all want to go on vacation. I took that vacation back in June, where me and my wife and a bunch of friends, we went on a Carnival cruise. Um, right now we're looking here the second week, no, third week. It's weird. August has um the 12th, kind of like the third week kind of deal. But anyway, from like the 12th to the 19th, I'm off work. I have like that break there. I could maybe get, I don't know, have a couple days off there. Looking maybe do the beach a couple days, go to a theme park. Carnival's actually been sending me some pretty good deals on some cruises. So I don't know if that's even a possibility. Squeezing a cruise in there, man, that'd be fantastic. Be pretty cool. But that's kind of the crazy thing, man. You don't realize, you get your paycheck and you throw a couple $100 here in your Fidelity account. There are a couple $100 in Webull, uh, Trade Station, Fidelity, Robinhood, and you buy stocks, and you keep doing that every week or every 2 weeks, and next thing you know, you got 5, 10,000 put in this stock, and then the stock's down 80, 90%, and now your 10,000 you threw into it is down to like $500 or some crap, man. It's just ridiculous. I know there's inflation out there that um I know there's inflation out there like your 10,000 may be worth like 9,000 now, but that's really a hell of a lot better than worth 500 now. How stocks are getting beat down. It's just I refuse to invest in that kind of market. I just refuse to. Um I know I'm just kind of rambling on here, but we're just talking about life in general. We covered all the MMTLP news. We broke it down there really good. Um, I did find this very interesting. I'd be very happy if this was the dividend. I would be super happy. That would be fantastic. We would definitely be having a meetup in Vegas for sure. Heck, I think even like $20 a share, we would be having a nice party in Vegas. But $62 a share, heck yeah, man, that'd be fantastic. We'd be betting big on blackjack, roulette. We'd be just betting out there like crazy, man. We'd be tearing it up on the strip. Let's see. LOL, when you're a 72-year-old retiree such as me, every day is vacation. Man, I tell you what, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hit then because, like here recently, Carnival has been offering me these really um, good deals for like $50 for a week cruise. They still got to pay like your additional fees and stuff, but I think it'd be like 500, 600 bucks to go on like a week cruise, man. That's crazy. That's a heck of a deal, and that's paying all your stuff with it. But you just got to get to the port that they have it, and unfortunately, um, the ports that the closest port to me would be Baltimore, but there is no good deals out of Baltimore because that thing sells out because there's only one ship there. I wish they would add extra ships there because I would love to take a $50 cruise out of Baltimore. You drive there in like 90 minutes, man. That'd be fantastic. But they offered us some out of Florida and Texas and even Seattle, Washington. But that's a nice little hike away, so we'd have to fly there. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. Getting through the busy time at work. Still waiting on the kitchen to get done. I'll be putting updates on here as stuff happens, especially when it's all done. It'd be pretty nice to share that. Well, Rondell has a good point. He says, look at it this way: you still owe the stock. You still own the stock versus wasting your money on useless junk. That is a good point. That is true. That is very true. But I'm all about using money here recently. The money I would do for that, I normally put in the stock market. We've been putting that money back to plan future vacations. Let's put it this way, extra vacations. So, we usually take a cruise once a year. Well, instead of now just doing a cruise, hey, we're going to go to the beach for 3 or 4 days and have a good time. We're going to go here and do this. We're going to go do that. So money is for life experiences. That's kind of what, let's see here. What's Hoboken South say? A number of cruise ships leave out of Bayonet, New Jersey. That isn't too far from Maryland. Check out for any of this. What cruise line is that, Hoboken? What cruise is that? I know there's Carnival. I think Carnival and Royal Caribbean leave out of New York. Waiting on Hoboken here. Bayonne? Oh, Holland America and Norwegian. Okay. I will have to check that out. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to screenshot that. There we go. Okay, so I got a screenshot, and I'll check those out too. See if they have any kind of deals. Yeah, but I think this here is where I'm standing at. With everything here. Like I said, no rush to do anything. And it is very enticing to do that. I think as could get very interesting. I don't know. I'm just throwing possibilities out there, man. If there's buzz and words getting around, what's gonna happen? Like, here's the thing. What is gonna happen? So there's a lot of people now rushing to AST. That's great. Hey, do what you gotta do. You want to get in there, don't have to worry with it. Go ahead and get there. That's fine. But let's say AST starts getting full. What will the brokers start doing then? Will they start contacting us investors to maybe try to purchase our shares? Because they still owe us the shares. But what's going to happen if AST is full and we still have those CUSIP numbers in the brokerage account? That makes interesting. I think that's very, very interesting what would happen there. I think they could be calling out. I believe we did videos a while back, a few months back. Ham Short Killer said that it is possible that the broker could call up investors to try to buy your shares. They may throw out a lowball number at you, but they may call you up to offer to buy your shares to get them off their books and make the shorts pay it. That is possible. Will that happen? If AST gets full, I would not be surprised if people start getting phone calls. Oh, David says, got an Nextbridge certificate, still haven't transferred it, but I'm thinking going up north soon. Maybe I'll stop in. I know they're in. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Javon Smith says, got some recorded conversations, but a lot of fruitful info. Robinhood and TD Ameritrade and Mail. I'm not trading with fees because there should be none. That's one thing I know for sure that wasn't changed. Yeah, I agree. I'm not liking that Fidelity's charging $100. Maybe that will change when this becomes effective. I don't know. But I will say, if there is, once the record date is official, if I have to pay the $100, I will pay the $100. I'll have to pay it because I do want to get those benefits of the 10% extra working interest in the Oro Grande. So, but in the meantime, like I said, I'm not in any rush. We're just here chilling, seeing what's going on with the daily updates here. let's see. Okay. Yeah, and a shout out here to Hollywood Henry, man. Let's talk about this a second. This man here has been putting in work, getting these benefits together. Let's go to his page real quick. He's been putting together these packets. Let me go down here to one of his posts. Yeah, here on the 29th. I was thinking of actually getting another mini packet as a follow-up to the first packet that was sent to the 3 committees to include anything that may be beneficial before the August 11th. So, like I said, Henry Man's been putting in work. All right, so Jenny here says, hey, Garrison, welcome. Jenny says the verbiage said up to 10%, I believe. Well, while we're here, let's go over the verbiage and let's see what it does say. Because you know what? Sometimes you have to read these things multiple times. All right, so here we go. Thank you for stopping in, Hoboken. Have a great night, and thank you for the cruise recommendations, man. I appreciate it. All right, so here's the part where Jenny, we're talking about. As further described in the perspective, NextBridge will be entering into a contribution agreement with Greg McCabe, the company's largest stockholder and chairman of NextBridge Board of Directors and McCabe Petroleum Corporation, a company solely owned by Mr. McCabe. Under the terms of the contribution agreement, Mr. McCabe will be contributing a portion of his 10% back in interest in the Oro Grande prospect and NextBridge, the back in interest. Interesting. Let's read that again. Because sometimes you got to read these things a couple of times, and the wording can definitely be there. Under the terms of the contribution agreement, Mr. McCabe will be contributing a portion. Okay. I think Jenny's onto something here, guys. A portion of his 10% back in interest in the Oro Grande prospect, the NextBridge. That is very interesting. So it does say a portion. So a portion of his 10%, guys. We kind of read that at first. It makes you think it says you get 10%. If I'm reading this correctly, like I said, I'm not here trying to be any FUD, but we want to make sure we know what we're doing before we do it. Because if you're under the impression you're going to get a full 10%, that's not like that. That's not what it sounds like this says. So will be contributed a portion of his 10%. So to me, it sounds like Greg McCabe has 10%, and he would be giving a portion of his 10% back in interest. So, good catch there, Jenny. But comment down below, everyone in the chat. Do you think that's right? Actually, let's do can we do a poll? We could do the old poll here. So for everyone joining in, I have not transferred anything. I'm still holding shares in Fidelity and TradeStation. I have not even contacted my brokers about even asking about transferring, because there is no record date and nothing is effective yet. So I'm not in any rush. I think I have to do it on the computer. As crazy as that sounds, I think you can only do the polls. All right, let me mute my volume because this will be loud. Oh, didn't want to do that. Stop. Let's do a little poll action here. There we go. All right. Yes, you can do the poll. Start a poll. So, is it 10%? for a portion of McCabe's 10%. Okay. We got the poll in here. Hey, John, welcome in, buddy. Guys, if you're not subscribed to John, he puts out YouTube videos as well. There we go. Let's get the poll up here. No, I don't want to end it. There we go. That's what we want to see. The poll. But why doesn't it show on my phone? How do I get the poll on my phone? Oh, BTW brand. I will read that. We're getting there, buddy. We will definitely get that. I'm trying to get the... Okay, everyone can see the poll. It just doesn't show on my phone. We'll go back to it here. Wow. All right, so that's that. Let's go back here to this. Okay. Here's the... As further described in the prospectus, NextBridge entered a contribution agreement. Mr. Greg McCabe, the company's largest stockholder, chairman of the board, blah, blah. McCabe Petroleum, a company solely owned by Mr. McCabe. Under the terms of the contribution agreement, Mr. McCabe will be contributing a portion of his 10% back in interest in the Oro Grande perspective to NextBridge, back in interest. McCabe Petroleum is contributing to NextBridge a portion of its interest in oil and gas leases that constitute a drilling prospect located on 1,150 acres in the Vermilion Parish, Louisiana. The Bronco prospect, the back-end interest in the Bronco prospect, are both described as the linked-in prospectus. In accordance with the terms and contribution agreement, McCabe and MPC would be contributing a portion of the amount of back-end interest and the Bronco prospect based on the number of shares of common stock to company that owned by eligible stockholders for the subscription rates as of the record date versus the total number of shares. So this is kind of... All right, so this is very interesting verbiage and words right here. This is very interesting. So they will be giving more, but it's based upon how many people register. So that is interesting. Mr. McCabe and NBC will be contributing a proportionate, that's a good word to hear. They will be contributing a proportionate amount of back-end interest in the Bronco prospect based on the number of shares of common stock of the company that owned by eligible stockholders for the subscription rates as of the record date versus the total number of shares of common stock of the company that are outstanding of the record date. In the event that all outstanding shares of NextBridge are directly registered to the company's transfer agent, Mr. McCabe and MPC will be contributing all their interest back in the Bronco prospect. Respectively, Mr. McCabe plans for all his shares to be directly registered with AST. This is interesting, man. This is, so basically, if we can fill the bus, that's the thing here. If you fill the bus, Mr. McCabe is going to reward us. Mr. McCabe is going to reward us for filling the bus. That's what it sounds like to me. Like I said, I could be reading this wrong, guys, but I'm reading it here word for word. And it says here, in the event that all outstanding shares of NextBridge are directly registered with the company's transfer agent, Mr. McCabe and MPC will be contributing all of their interest in the back end and Bronco prospect. Mr. McCabe plans for all of his shares to be registered with AST. So there we go. NextBridge will hold the back end interest in Bronco prospect for MBH Newco. At such time, NextBridge contributes the back end interest in the Bronco prospect of MBH Newco. NextBridge intends to spin off MBH Newco, such MBH Newco will be an independent company. Each holder of subscription rights would be entitled to 1 share of MBH Newco common stock for each subscription right held by it without payment of any consideration. Yeah, this is very good. I'm interested in this too because like this is insane, man. If you fill the bus, they're just gonna give that. Like, they're gonna reward. They want you. That's what they want here, guys. They want this bus filled. But like I said, I still think you have time because this is not approved and there's not an official record date. Yeah. So here's what he had to say regarding NextBridge, trading halt, MMTLP, all this here. Since taking over chairman of the board of NextBridge, I've had the opportunity to read the efforts of NextBridge management team to pursue short-term trading window to request that the FINRA require all individuals and entities holding short positions in NextBridge common stock to be forced to close positions. The efforts by NextBridge were thorough, rigorous, quite impelling. Unfortunately, FINRA did not find it had authority to issue a corporate action requiring all short positions to be closed if a trading period was to occur. While this decision may be disappointing to some of our shareholders, NextBridge accepts the authority of FINRA on this matter and is going to move forward with the business of running our company in an effort to give NextBridge shareholders the best chance of success. I made the decision to assign proportionally my 10% working interest back in after payout into Oro Grande. Yeah, I mean, this here, man, it's definitely, like I said, if we can fill the bus, that's what they want here. So it seems like to me they were talking with FINRA, they were trying to do their best. FINRA is saying they're unable to do it, whatever, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna go the other route. We're gonna fill AST, and then once we fill AST, that's when things will get interesting. Hey, welcome in, Thomas. Okay, what are we going on? Wow, we've been going almost an hour. I didn't even realize we've been going that long. Been having a good. Let's look at the poll here. We only got 16 votes. 117 people. Okay, we'll end the poll. There we go. That's the poll. Only 16 votes. But still, keep in mind, like I said, oil prices are going up. Oil prices are going up. I think that's good for us as well. So, all right, guys, that is it. I'm going to call it end of this stream. Thank you all for joining. Truly appreciate seeing all the moderators in there. Thank you to Jenny, William, Thomas, everyone stepping in. John, go check him out. John on YouTube, MMTLP, search him up. Go check him out. Give him some likes, likes, shares, comment, all that. Y'all have a great night. I love and appreciate every single one of you all.